Hello, YouTubers. Hello, subscribers. Woohoo! Sorry, that happened on my channel. So I did a video just now, and I was talking about Oprah Winfrey, and it really didn't go like I wanted it to go. But I do want to start off with Oprah Winfrey because I found out today that she is actually has some skeletons in her closet, more than I thought. And Dave Chappelle has currently called it out. Kisses to all my subscribers. Love you. Thank you so much. Don't forget to hit like and leave a comment. But I definitely want to give some shout outs today too. I'm going to get a shout out to Trinidad and also Cannonberry. I hope I'm saying that right. Cannonberry. I said it right on the other video. This is, you know what's so cool? That is my dryer. Let me know, whatever, one of them, that it's ready. Okay, fine, I get it. So, basically, I love that name, Canterbury. What's so cool about my channel is that I get to read your comments. I get to have a conversation with you. I get to find out where you're from. And I never knew anyone from Canterbury. And I know I'm pronouncing it wrong. Please don't kill me. And it's cool because I feel like when I do get to come and visit England, I'm going to know all these little cities. Wales, Sussex, Canterbury. I know I'm saying that wrong. Let's move on. Kisses to all of you. And thank you again, Raquel, for my super thanks sticker. And kisses to all my subscribers. Let's get into it. So I was watching this segment, and I'll post it if you want me to, but it just came out, and it was about Dave Chappelle. And Dave Chappelle has come out and called Oprah a Hollywood handler, and pretty much insinuating that she's one of those people that controls Hollywood, has more, pull, has more, insight and connections to where she can make or break your career. And so I say that because rumor has it is that she has done Kanye West. There's some rumors about him not getting deals and stuff because of Oprah. I don't know about all that. But I do know the one about Monique. And I do know that I believe that Bethany, when Bethany called out Meghan Markle and said something to her, I'm going to make something up because I'm not going to be trying to remember what Bethany said. But Bethany said that they were grifters. Let's just call them that. Con artists, whatever. And so she said an A-lister, big A-lister, she came out recently and told her to remove it. And she said when she didn't remove it, she started losing deals and everything. Her money started going down. Same thing happened to Monique. So word on the street is that that's her MO. That's something that Oprah does. And I think that's very shady because who is she to stop someone's path from being successful just because they're not doing something that she wants them to do or what she tells them to do? Like she owns Hollywood. Really disappointed in that. And what else kills me about Oprah is how she tries to distance herself from the things that she's gotten caught up in. Like Epstein, she knew him. They were friends. And they're talking about that now. They're talking about Epstein and Weinstein and how she was close to them. And how did you not know that was going on? And word on the street was that they were going to go over there and do a search in Oprah's house. Oprah came out on Twitter and said, that is not true. That is such, debunked it. Well, Oprah, if it wasn't true, then why would you go online and have to defend yourself if it's not true? I wouldn't be trying to, I'm an A-lister. I don't need to defend myself from anyone. And especially if it's not true. Moving on. Here's another twist about Oprah that I thought was really big. So Monique's brother had molested her from a certain age. He was on the Oprah show, and Monique and Oprah, she was going to be on there with Oprah, but she didn't want to be. But she was okay with her brother being on there. But come to find out, her father and mother showed up. And Monique was pissed off at Oprah because she had already told Oprah about the relationship she had with her mother. She confided in Oprah. Remember, Oprah said she's not in no one's business. She's lying. How can you not be a talk show host and not be someone that you have to confide in and talk to about what's going on first if you're not in their business, Oprah? If you wasn't in Meghan and Harry's business, then why was they on your TV show talking to you? It doesn't make sense. Of course you're in their business. You're all up in it because that's what you're about. That's your brand. Your brand is being in people's business. That's what made you who you were. Her talk show was all about being in people's business, whether she was doing something good for the community or whatever the case may be. But the side that we have always saw of Oprah Winfrey was this guide and light. Like she was this philanthropist, everything that Meghan is trying to be. Let's put it that way. And so this is what's interesting. And so Monique was pissed off because her mom and dad was on there because there's no relationship there. And Oprah knew that. Now, I heard that she apologized to Monique, but Monique wanted an apology because she felt really hurt, whatever. But the point is, then she has Dave Chappelle. She does an interview with Dave Chappelle. To me, that one goes all wrong. Dave Chappelle gave up $50 million. He lost it. He couldn't handle the money. I don't know. I would have been able to handle it very well. Deposit it. And so I think he felt a certain kind of way when he was on his show, but I think I forgot what I was talking about. However, it's right here. And so she was upset about that. Moving on, okay? Monique said, she never said I'm reading verbatim what she says. She never said, she's talking to Oprah. She never said my mother was coming on that show because had Oprah Winfrey said, I'm going to have your mother, I would have resisted and told her to shut it down. Talking to my brother, shut it all the way down. Nope. She said Oprah told her that they just showed up. And Monique said, you're lying. They didn't just show up. You knew that they were coming on here. Here's my point. Dave Chappelle is telling us right now, since he's calling her a handler, that she likes to play on people's pain and misery and what's going negative in their lives. And I believe that is true. But where she jacked up with Meghan is that Meghan wasn't a damsel in distress. She wasn't going through. She wasn't feeling like Monique. She wasn't feeling like Dave Chappelle. She wasn't feeling like any of... No. Meghan felt entitled, ready to tell and make some money. That's what she was going to do. And at the same time, Oprah was manipulating Meghan. Maghen was manipulating Oprah. And so karma has bit Oprah too. Because let me tell you something. This just came out. And it's not just one thing that I'm talking about. They go on. They talk about, this is what it says. Oprah claimed she had no idea Jared would bring his, okay, nope, let's move on. Florida residents was righted over her alleged involvement in a global trafficking ring. However, Oprah later addressed these reports on Twitter and called it an awful fake thing. It's not true. Oprah wrote, haven't been raided or arrested. However, the speculation didn't end there. Because Oprah's name was also brought up in connection with a Brazilian self-proclaimed medium and convicted offender, John of God, ran a spiritual healing center in Brazil for years before being arrested at 63 years old. Multiple women. He went to prison. Okay, I skipped some. I didn't put it all in there. Okay, so I'm going to tell you what he did. He was impregnating women, forcing them to get pregnant. Forcing them. If I'm not mistaken, they were pinning these women down, almost like IVF kind of a thing. And so he ended up going to jail. But before he went to jail, Oprah did a whole thing under a tree with him. Here's the kicker. The video is gone. It's not even out there. She had a video when she first starts talking to this guy, John of God. And you can look it up. It's all out there. This is all public knowledge. That when she first was interviewing this gentleman, she was sitting under a tree. And he was talking to her or whatever. And she was like, I never thought that I would get this video. Like, this was like the big deal for her. And it was several interviews. But when the story broke that he was going to jail, she removed the videos. Brought me back to Maghen because that video is gone. The interview with Harry and Maghen, it's not on her website. You can't find that. You can't. You got to get it from someone. It is not in public domain. And so this is her MO. Let's get rid of it. Let's remove that. I don't want to be associated with that. But you are associated with it. You are associated with Epstein and also the other gentleman, and you were friends with them. Now, I'm not saying she did anything, but she did know them, and she did have a relationship with them, and she knew this. She interviewed this guy. I don't know what else they're saying about this, but my point in this story is that Oprah's trying to cover up. Like she was trying to cover up that interview. She'll never be able to do that. But that's not all I wanted to say. I also wanted to talk about how she blackballs people and kick people out of Hollywood if they do something to her, which I think is despicable. Because who are you to tell me, and I probably already said this, and I don't know, who are you to tell me that I can't work in Hollywood anymore because I didn't do what you told me to do? Monique was supposed to promote her Precious movie. She didn't promote it because they didn't give her a whole bunch of money because there wasn't a big budget for the movie. And Oprah didn't give her any money to go and promote the movie. And so she politely said, listen, I'm working and I'm busy. And Oprah, ever since then, Monique has not been, she's just not being able to come back. And do and make money. Because for the longest time, she was not able to get any deals. Let's talk about Bethany. Bethany said something about, she said something about Meghan Markle on a text. And she said a high A-lister, big as you can get them, called her and told her to remove the post. And she didn't. And she ended up starting to lose deals. Sounds familiar? This was just a week ago when Bethany came on TV and said that. And then the interviewer went on and say, was it Oprah? The interviewer even asked her, was it Oprah? She says, no, it wasn't Oprah. I believe Bethany is lying. I believe it was Oprah. Maybe it wasn't Oprah calling her, but maybe it was someone from Oprah's office. But I do believe that it came from over there. Who else would it be? Who else is Maghen friend with? Serena? Serena's going to call and tell her, listen, take that down? No. Tyler Perry? He could have been. Yeah, he could have been the one. But I think it was Oprah. Because it's her MO. This is what she does. She did it to Monique. And why wouldn't she do it to... And who else has she done it to that we don't even know? Let's move on. And again, why is Oprah coming out defending herself? So I started my sentence here. I says, Dave is not surprised to hear all these new allegations about Oprah because he always believed that she was a handler who works for the Hollywood elites. As for fans, hold on. As far as fans are concerned, like such as myself, are praising Dave Chappelle for speaking out against Oprah. So he has recently came out again and spoke out against her and called her a handler. So her reputation isn't the best right now. And it's really negative. And you know that UK is looking at her sideways. And I never thought that I would even breath Oprah's name and say anything remotely close to what I'm talking about today. But I seen it with my own eyes. And some of the despicable things that I'm hearing, number one is that, and Dave Chappelle said, and he didn't say it, I didn't hear him say it, but this is me. She takes your weakness and she uses it for her own personal gain, to elevate herself, to make herself look better. I do believe that. I do. I think she thought Maghen was in duress and that, oh, I need to help her. I don't think she was trying to help her. I think that she wanted the story. She wanted the bombshell moment that she got. And she wanted to be the woman that got it. Did you see her sitting in that chair the next day on the Gayle show looking like she had just won the lottery? Like she had just done something that was supposed to be like bombshelling and great. It was almost like she was celebrating it. It was so weird to see Oprah on there the next day sitting in that chair discussing it. And talking about the skin color and how that was the bombshell moment. And then when Elizabeth passed away, she got on the Gayle show and told us that she didn't know it was going to be a bombshell. You're lying, Oprah. No, there's another YouTuber that has a channel that's talking about this very subject. If you want to know, I'll post it. She may be a little bit more in depth into what, because I don't already have my stuff. But I don't have no inside sources. This is just me and my thoughts. So that's my take on it. I do believe that she played, like, oh, this is what I wanted to say. Bobby Christina. Oprah wanted the interview with Bobby Christina. She was all at their house and everything and all of this stuff and interviewing. And what I didn't understand was it reminded me of Larry King, the fighter, the promoter. He's always there. Let's move on from that moment, that comment. But what I'm saying is she always wants to be front and center where the action is or where the story is. And it's a negative. it wasn't positive that she was going over there to talk to Bobby Christina. I don't think so. I think it was her trying to get in and wanting to be a part of the whole Whitney Houston passing away moment. Her and Tyler Perry. I was thinking that Tyler Perry was being very kind and sweet by allowing Whitney Houston to be he allowed her to get on his private jet to be flown back to where her home was, and he took care of her in that sense. But it's just like the Maghen saga. Check it out. Whitney Houston, may she rest in soul. May she rest her soul. Love her. I love Whitney. And when she passed away, Tyler Perry was like, let me help her out. Let me help out the family. Let me get her, where she needs to be, and da-da-da-da-da, help. He had a private jet, come get her, whatever. And then, next thing you know, you got Oprah interviewing Bobby Christina after her mom has died. And not just Bobby Christina, but she interviewed Whitney Houston's brother and sister-in-law. Of course they were going to give her an interview. And she dug it up. She was talking about Whitney's drug use and all of this stuff and da-da-da-da-da. And it was just distasteful. And it's the same thing with Meghan and Harry. Look at this. Tyler Perry comes to the rescue, give them a jet to come over here to the United States because the royal family was out to get them. It's funny when I say it because it just doesn't make it. You know what? Why would they believe it? That's why they look crazy to me right now. That's why Tyler Perry and Oprah look a little weird to me, because they believed it. And I'm going to get into it. I know I'm going to do 2 separate videos. This is on Oprah, and then I'm going to do one on Meghan. Some of you probably don't want it mixed. This is the last thing I have to say about Oprah, is that she gave Meghan and Harry a plane. No, Tyler Perry gave Meghan and Harry a plane and a house. And Oprah did the interview. Tyler Perry gave them a plane to get Whitney Houston where she needed to be. And then Oprah went in there and did the interview. Go figure. Listen, let me know what you think about this video. This is a little bit more about Oprah. I'm going to get into Meghan and her. It's over.